Hey everybody, it's Jared Turner. I am in Indianapolis with a humorous man who almost passed on becoming vice president. Good thing his wife talked him into it. This is Monumental History. Thomas Riley Marshall was born in North Manchester, Indiana in 1854. He was a graduate of Wabash College and studied law, being admitted to the Indiana Bar in 1875. A lifelong Democrat, he, however, wasn't really interested in politics. He even declined to run for Congress in 1906, but did say that he would consider running for governor, which he was elected to in 1908. Marshall was a popular and progressive governor who supported child labor laws and the constitutional amendment to allow popular election of U.S. senators. Since Indiana was a critical swing state, he was chosen to be Woodrow Wilson's vice presidential candidate in 1912. He considered turning down the role because he believed that the job didn't really pay enough, but his wife Lois convinced him otherwise. Wilson and Marshall easily won an incredibly divided Republican Party, making Thomas Marshall the 28th Vice President of the United States. Just like most presidents and vice presidents who are brought together to balance the ticket, Vice President Marshall was left out of meetings, hardly ever consulted on matters, and could go months at a time without ever even meeting President Wilson. In spite of his lack of involvement, Marshall was a jovial man who was very well liked. In 1916, became the first vice president since 1828 to serve a second term, serving the role during World War I. When President Wilson suffered a stroke in 1919, Marshall was left in the dark on the severity and declined to provide over cabinet meetings, as a process for doing so was not clearly in place. This would eventually be corrected by the 25th Amendment in 1967. Marshall pursued the presidency in 1920 but failed to garner the support needed and returned to Indiana. While on a trip to Washington, D.C., he suddenly died of a heart attack at his hotel in 1925. If you'd like more insight to a very unique and humorous behavior, try the book Recollections of Thomas R. Marshall, Vice President and Hoosier Philosopher. Marshall's legacy lies in his commitment to the democratic process and restraint, as well as distinct personality that stood out in an era of often stern political figures. He also helped redefine the modern vice presidency as a supporting but principled office. His life is remembered as one marked by service, dignity, and a touch of Midwestern humor. I'm Jared Turner, and this is Monumental History.